Last time on Cloudfall. The party has arrived at Baxi, a towering vertical city skyline that spans every layer of the clouds. With more influential style icons per capita than any other skyland, Baxi and its cat-like inhabitants are constantly buzzing with life, vibrance, and entertainment. But, of course, the party was intercepted by the local authorities. As they were being escorted to the dungeons, an intervention from their old friend Sir Beau gave them a chance to ditch the heat. Beneath the island, there is a burning industrious heart. At the bottom of Baxi lies its precious bismite core, and a Genasi man named Oscar Namine who's willing to do anything to get to it. Did you see it? Did you see the crystal at the end? That's where I need to get to.
I saw something. Are you sure you want to go down there, Oscar?
Yeah, it's the only way. He turns around and appeals to the rest of you and he says, like I said, it's for love. If I don't have Mabel, I mean, what do I got?
I'm inclined to believe him. Never experienced it myself, but
You'd like to think it's out there.
yeah.
Well, you would have this cool ring of keys that we found.
Yeah.
Your crystal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's great and all. But I don't love these keys. I don't love this crystal. And I'm not so good with words. I wish I could just tell her, but I'm telling you, this picture, it's gonna say 1,000 of my good-for-nothing words. If I could just get there. Just one little video, one little clip. One hologram and she's gonna know.
And you have to be in the picture for this to work?
Well, yeah, I gotta prove I was there, right?
What if we faked it?
Faked it. I don't want to fake nothing.
You can't fake a picture, Poppy.
You can't fake love.
I
You don't know nothing about love.
read enough books.
So, did it, like, what sort of feeling did it give me when I was looking down the pipe and saw what seemed to be movement of some kind?
It was confusing. It seemed almost like there was a sudden river just flowing, and then it stopped. Some kind of constant movement.
I think we should help Oscar.
What did you see down there?
I'm not really sure, but I think it will be of interest to you, Journey. So,
Oh, you don't know? That substance is called bismite. It's a magical crystal that makes things float, and it's full of power. And a lot of people out here are very concerned to get the bismite. You see, bismite causes all of the islands in the clouds to float.
Can I investigate the pipe again?
Sure.
See if I can get it to turn right while
Yeah.
he's talking.
Yeah.
I get all that, but this isn't a natural skyland, is it?
No, it is. I mean, it wasn't always this big.
23.
Poppy has sit on the floor. She's straddling like in the pipe and
Just
is
like
going,
turning.
like hugging it.
Poppy, you can tell that there's no mechanism on this pipe that causes it to turn. It's somewhere else in this room. Like I was saying, the island wasn't always this big. I mean, yeah, we do have the lava flows that allows us to continue to build upwards, of course. You know.
I like the pipe.
All right, now Poppy's the person who licks pipes.
Can Aaron investigate the room?
Yes, Aaron can investigate the room.
I was trying to
You
use
wanted us to
Ganymede
look around the
powers.
room?
Oh, no.
I think Aaron should do it.
16 to investigation.
Amazing. With a 16 investigation, you see a nearby panel of controls for the pipes.
Interesting.
Don't get mad at us. You didn't explain them.
Hey,
We didn't
someone,
look.
someone who's smart. There's a panel over here. Maybe it controls the pipes. Maybe you, pipe man.
When you say that, Oscar points to everyone else in the room and goes, anybody? Anybody? Smart? No?
I vote for Doran.
I thought you worked in the pipes. Wouldn't you know how to run them?
Yeah, but not this sector. I mean, I actually work in the uppers, cleaning up after all the rich folks.
So you don't do any of the mechanics of it?
No, I've seen maps of this place, but I don't know how to run it.
All right. Well, Doran?
Okay. I head over and look at the panel.
Okay. What you're looking at, Doran, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levers. They are very poorly labeled, all 6 of them. What you notice right away is that one lever is preventing all of the others from being pulled. There's one lever that literally creates this metal bar that blocks all other levers from being pulled, and that first lever is called safety. There's 5 levers after it are called master, air, ash, purge, and open.
Hold up. Master, air, ash.
Purge, and open.
All right, it's mist time, everybody.
Yes.
Oscar, what does purge mean?
Purge?
Yeah.
Usually that's how you get rid of the ash.
Where does the ash go when you get rid of it?
Usually off the side of the mountain.
Okay. And where does the ash come from?
Inside the mountain, and it gets pushed. It's a whole thing. We get a lot of ash rain, and so it rains on all different levels, and then we actually shove it back through the pipes down to the bottom of the island, out the bottom of the island, so that if we cast it off the side, sometimes it has a tendency to come back on the lower levels. So we bring all the ash to the bottom of the island first, then we eject it.
And, okay. So I think I got this all figured out. Yeah, we're good.
You asked one question.
What was the last lever called?
Open.
He's an engineer now. It's fine.
All right. Well, so we need to go down to the bismite first, right? And that pipe's open.
Yeah, we got to get down this one. He points to the one that Poppy's been working on.
Oh, so you can't fit down the one we peeked through.
No. Yeah, that pipe is horizontal. It's only, like 10 inches across.
Oh, okay.
More of a telescope.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, clearly I got to take the safety out first, so I'm going to move that lever.
So sorry, the safety is actually in the off position right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it does prevent you from pulling all of the levers. So,
What did they all say?
we got safety, master, air, ash, purge, and open.
Okay, what is master then?
Poppy, I thought Guy was your master.
What?
Oh, if anything, it's the other way around.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes actually a lot more sense.
I'll have to do a bake-off or something to settle that. Anyways, Poppy, I'm not sure what master does. I feel like air is a really safe thing to pull, and I'm going to pull the air lever.
Did you do safety first?
Safety's off, right?
It is in the off position, but you have to turn it on to use any of the other levers.
Okay.
It's not how safety works.
That's not what I thought safety meant.
In
So
non-D&D.
it's badly labeled. That's fine. So, okay, I pull the safety.
You're
to
getting the
on.
theme here, yeah.
Safety is now on.
Okay,
It's opposite day.
give me a strength check.
Okay. 2.
Wow.
You can't push it forward. It's jammed, stuck.
Guy,
Yes, Doran.
these are really hard levers. I don't. Could you pull this one down?
Pull this one down. Well,
The one that says safety.
pull down for safety. 9.
Wow.
Can I help, Guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Guy, you also can't get it to move.
Ooh, you're right. That's really stuck.
Here, let me also grab it with you
Okay.
to give you advantage.
Yep.
Okay.
Take advantage.
So, am I rolling twice now?
Yeah, roll one more time here.
Roll one more time.
Yep.
13.
Okay. With that, the two of you wrenching on this thing, you just barely get it to cross over, and it feels like it's going to break before it does. But you do pull it over, it doesn't break, and the doors to this place close, locking you all in here. The safety is engaged.
I feel safer already.
Okay.
All of the other levers are now available.
All right. Can I look at them and just see, like, are there ones that look like they get used a lot? Like they're more like worn, or basically can I investigate anything about the levers? Like, is one more dirty than the others?
That's why I licked the pipe.
To check to see if it was dirty.
Is it?
Or if it was like, you
Is
know
it
how,
you licked it?
like you can look at a keyboard and see what keys are used the most and like figure out a password.
Yeah, you wanted to taste if anybody else had licked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not if anyone else has licked it.
It looks like master and open are the most often used ones.
Okay.
The master is in the on position right now. The rest of them don't have ons and offs.
Okay. Let's try the open one.
Okay.
All right.
I don't see why not. I would like to use athletics this time instead of just strength.
Okay.
I'm a lever athlete.
Yeah, he does it athletically this time, guys. It's
And
very
can I
di-
help? Can I help you still?
It's very different. Yes, you can
Power
help.
stance.
I'm holding on to guys like hips and
So,
pull.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
please animate
So
this.
12.
Wow. Again, just barely enough to pull it. You pull the lever that says open. You see one of the largest central columns starts to rotate. And it's actually lowering a little bit. And when it does, you can see it open a sort of slot on one side. And when that slot is exposed, it begins shooting a continuous gout of flame into this room against all of the other pipes. And it's just blasting the wall, and you see the brass start to heat up red hot, and this room is rapidly becoming uncomfortably, lethally hot.
Close
So-
it. Close
So open means
Let's close
fire.
it.
Journey
Let's
goes to
close
close it. Journey's gonna close it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh God.
What is it?
5, but I rolled a natural 1.
Oh my
This
god.
is terrible. We're all rolling bad.
Journey scrambles over to push it back, and Journey, you push it way too hard, and it snaps off.
Oh
It is stuck in the on position.
no! Oh no!
Cool,
there-
Journey. Cool. Thanks for killing us.
Sorry,
Does it
it's,
have
it's
any-
open.
Like the whole thing snapped off? There's nothing.
Yeah, you'd have to like reach down into this terminal to try to move the nubbin a little bit, and there's not enough leverage to move it. With
Everyone just push them all.
Oh my god.
Ready?
No, get away from the dial. I'm trying to do this. Okay. So I'm gonna.
What about air? Put out the flame with more oxygen.
Let's close this first.
It is hot in here. It's like 120 degrees and climbing. Doran, you're fine. You're not bothered by the heat in here. You can see everyone else sweating and looking nervous and breathing heavily, and you don't feel it.
I'm still gonna be kind of panicked.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to take my rapier out, and
Yep.
I'm gonna try to jam it in and try to pry the lever up.
Okay? Yeah, the one that's broken?
Yeah.
Okay, you feel the steel of your rapier start to... You can do this. You will destroy your rapier.
It's a magic weapon.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah, I'll go for it. I guess I'll break it.
Okay. You push your rapier, but at the same time, this thing clicks over. The flames stop. That redness is still there as these warped pipes are cooling down, and you see the rest of your party taking deep breaths of oxygen as it starts to fill this room again. Your sword is broken about halfway up. You've got this jagged steel that can still hit for 1d4, but it's broken. Still magical, still works as a rapier of warning, but less functional than ever.
I don't understand why. Why would you have a lever that does that?
Dorn, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen.
It's all right. I was never really very good with it, anyways. So
I am sorry about your sword, Doran. This does not make you less of a man.
thanks, guy.
Do you want my mace?
Let's get out of this hellhole first,
All
and then
right.
yeah. So, thank you though.
Wow, yeah, that was spooky. All right, what's next?
I'm gonna play a game with you, Oscar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write down a word, and you tell me what it means. I write down the word "open," and then I show it to him.
Open. It's like a door.
And what does the door do?
It opens up.
It doesn't shoot fire into the room.
Ah, yes, I see the misconception.
Okay.
Okay, I see what you're going for here.
I was just curious. I don't know if there's like a mistranslation or something, but
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, let's not open that one again. Weird that one's used a lot.
I would be careful about opening your heart up to this new person.
Okay. All right. There's not that many left. I think we're okay. Let's try the master one.
Wait, can I try something?
Yeah.
Aaron's gonna go up to the panel and try to see if they can loosen the lid of the panel. I'm trying to see if I can see where it's connecting.
Give me an investigate check for that.
10, but I was trying to do lockpicking. To like.
Yeah, I would say this functionally qualifies as a trap.
Okay.
I'll
Clearly.
Yeah. Yeah. Quite literally. So you have proficiency in thieves' tools, I would guess.
Yep.
Yeah. So I would add that into this. So you add your proficiency at least.
Okay.
What does that total out to?
It'd be 13 total.
Okay. Yeah, approaching this terminal, you see all of these, again, levers sticking up out of it. You can, of course, there's one lever that's actually a sword sticking up out of it for the time being. But you can see a little bit where these things lead off. You can tell that both open and master go to the same pipe. That's as much as you get from this.
I point to the two that go to the same pipe and say, these two are attached to the same pipe.
And that was the pipe that just flung a bunch of fire at us?
So we don't want to open that one, probably.
Well, that one, so you've done open, was the one that got you in trouble here. The other one that's connected to it is labeled master. And it's on right now.
The one that opened, is it a place where we want to go?
No.
Okay.
Master is set to the on position?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we turn master off.
Okay. Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, give me a strength check. Or athletics.
I'll help you.
Yeah. 16.
16, plenty. Yep, no problem. You switch master to off, and you feel this room cool significantly. You also hear the end of a sort of rushing noise that you didn't really notice was there until it's gone. But the fire that was piling up this brass column is no longer active. You've still got air, ash, and purge that are unexplored.
Well, this seems good.
Let's go with its opposite day. Purge sounds like the worst. Let's try opening that one.
Okay.
Very well.
Athletics?
24.
Wow. All right. You know what to expect. These things are tough to push. You go to push that one, snaps right in half. You turn it on. You see all of the columns around this room open up, a small slot, and begin just dumping ash into this room.
Okay.
It's just filling with ash, like up to your knees. You guys have to kind of climb over this stuff.
Does this stop at any point?
It does kind of like pitter out into just dust eventually.
So purge actually does purge.
But it doesn't purge where he said it would purge.
Yes, it is supposed to purge at the bottom.
Why would they put a pipe that puts ash into the room you're in and locks you in? This building seems completely bananas.
Yeah.
Do you know where you are right now?
I'm on Cat Island, and I don't know how I like it.
That's right, you're on Cat Island.
I'm starting to think the dungeon might have been pretty nice, actually.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we already have the ash, so what harm could pulling the ash lever do?
Okay.
Seems great.
Athletics.
Good logic, Jordan.
Athletics.
Am I doing this with advantage every time?
I'm going to be
or,
helping you every
Yeah.
time.
26.
Are the rules of advantage such that you have to take the higher roll?
Didn't you just break the other
Apparently
lever
I
because it
broke
was
one.
too
Yeah.
high?
Take the
I didn't
other
even
roll.
think about that. Well,
We'll say yes for now. So, you push the lever, and it is the one you were looking for.
okay.
It was ash all along. You push the lever, you see the pipe begin to rotate, the lever breaks. With the lever broken, the pipe continues to rotate.
Oh my god.
You hear Oscar say, well, that's the pipe we need to get into, but it's kind of a spinning death portal now.
How fast is it going?
You know, you get about like a second and a half of solid, like, I can get in this, and then
Okay.
it turns to the other side.
Oh, incredible.
Says, well, no time like the present. He takes a very misguided couple steps towards that opening, and he just jumps in head first. And you see him down the pipe.
Oh, no.
Oh, he makes it seem easy.
So, we going?
I'm going to pat each of you on the shoulder, but let's see how many can I do.
I already have one.
Okay. Good luck, Guy. Good luck, Poppy. Good luck, Aaron. Don't get cut in half. We can do this. So, Bardic Inspiration all around.
Can I see into the pipe when it's turning?
Yeah.
Like further down the pipe?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. I misty step in.
Okay, yeah. You're on the ground. It's about 15 feet down or so.
Okay.
You are right next to Oscar down there.
Hello.
Oh, hello. How did you do that? That's pretty cool.
Baker never reveals her secrets.
Oh, you're a baker. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool.
Poppy, did you make it?
I'm down here.
She did, yes.
Just close your eyes and jump. Wait, maybe don't do that.
I fail to see how that would be an advantage.
Failed to see. With your eyes closed.
What I can't really imagine the pipe situation, but could I try to jam it with something to get it to stop so we could just have a solid opening? Would that be plausible with what I'm seeing?
Yeah, you actually have at your disposal a couple of broken levers that are kind of perfect for that.
Perfect. I'm going to try to jam it so it just stays open.
Yeah, you've got 2 attempts, I'll say.
Okay.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check to try to jam those in the right way.
Not my strong suit.
Intelligence.
I try to make a lot of things intelligence checks so that people understand the value of learning.
Oh, yeah?
Too bad our one intelligence user just went down the tube.
Me?
I'd like to think we're all intelligence users, but maybe not.
Journey's End is -1.
I'm actually not bad at intelligence.
I would say this falls into your kind of thieves' tools stuff. This is sabotaging a trap,
Okay.
so proficiency.
So 22.
That is a pretty apt take on what's going on here. So you actually just hold out one of the levers horizontally as this thing is rotating and just kind of inch it closer and closer to the opening. And eventually it catches on the opening and just slams into it. It's just sort of grinding, and then it stops. And it's just dead quiet, stuck in that position.
All right, let's go. I don't know how long this is going to hold. Go, go, go.
Great work, Aaron. Let's go.
Yeah, Journey hops down.
All right.
So jamming that open and turning off Master, that can't be
Guy pops in.
bad, right? No lasting effects on this island.
Oh, they'll figure it out. They got plenty to deal with in the uppers right now anyway with what I set up there.
We heard something about an ash thing happening up there.
Yeah.
Was that you?
Yes, guilty as charged. That was me. All right, can we continue?
Yep.
Hopping down.
This next chamber is small. It's almost like crawl on your belly small. The ground here is natural stone that's buried in fine ash. It seems this tunnel was carved or blasted out a long, long time ago. You're almost moving through it like, what the hell? Like, this doesn't look like it leads anywhere. This feels like a chasm that's about to close off or something. But after a little bit of crawling, you do kind of make it through.
Ooh. Not a fan of that.
It was just like walking for me.
It pretty much was, yeah. You've all crawled on your bellies enough through the ash such that you're all completely filthy, except for Oscar, who seems to be able to deal with it no problem. When you reach the end of this crawl, you're standing up in another pipe. This one is sort of like being in a corn silo. You can see it run up and up and up and up, like really high, like higher than you can see. And about 35 feet up from where you are, you can see this ledge and an opening. And that's where you need to get to. Oscar kind of disregards all of you, and you see him start to glow again, and you see this heat ripple pick up around him, and he starts floating like burnt paper up to that ledge, and he touches down, kind of weightless. And he says, "All right, you guys gonna be a while, or what's the deal?"
You said it was 30 feet?
35. Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly 35 feet up.
Somebody
God damn
throw
it.
me and then I'll cast Misty Step.
Hold on, one of us has to have a rope with us, right?
I don't know.
I do not have a rope this campaign.
I have a hempen rope.
Hey.
Oscar, could you come back down for a sec and then
Sure.
head back up? Yeah, we got a rope if you just want to do us a solid.
Oh. Yeah, that's tough. See, you know, I can float like that because I don't weigh nothing when I do all the heat business. I can't,
You can't carry a rope?
he grabs onto it and you see him start to ignite again. And then he starts to lift and he is going like, you know, an inch every 10 seconds trying to go upwards. He's like, it's hard enough with my clothes, man.
Here, let me try to give you a boost. And I get down and I try to like push him up, give
Yeah.
him some momentum.
Give me an athletics check.
All right, good. I can do this. I can. Okay, athletics. I got a 11. 11.
You give him a little boost. You kind of throw him maybe 10, 15 upwards. And then he slows down and he's still rising. He goes, yeah, I can make it. And you see him like scrambling, trying to like grab upwards.
Give me the rope.
He drops it.
Okay, guy, throw me.
And I
No
activate the shoes of levitation.
Awesome. Okay.
Don't you have fly?
Yeah, but it's a spell slot.
Oh.
I can help, Guy. This is kind of fun.
All right. Group athletics.
Because that makes me weightless, but I can't move myself.
Poppy up.
Matt 20.
Oh!
24.
All right.
Poppy gets into perfect diving position.
Yeah. The two of you, kind of working together, grab Poppy like a football and throw her with a perfect spiral. And she just right up to the ledge, holding the rope.
Stuck the landing.
Poppy, when you get up there, there's a highly convenient sort of chain link for you to tie the rope around to help your group up.
There you go.
Great work, Poppy.
Oscar is getting extremely impatient as the rest of you have to climb this freaking rope to keep up with him.
Yeah, can I look around the chamber really quick to see if there's a ladder or anything
Yeah, give me perception.
embedded in the wall?
There's a fucking ladder.
12.
You find two things. You find a rusted sort of ladder pegs coming out of the wall. A lot of them are missing. The rest of them look untrustworthy.
Okay.
You also see slither marks in the ash on the floor.
Don't like that.
Don't love that.
Just ash snakes.
Ash snake. It's a basilisk.
Would you say that the core is within a mile of us?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to expend a ranger spell slot to use primeval awareness quite quickly. I just want to get a feel whether there are any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead, aside from this one that I already know about.
You're not getting hits on things like fiend. You're getting strong hints on, really strong hints on fae. Not near you, a good distance away, but you can tell that they're coming from two different places. You can't tell their number specifically, but you know that there are at least two strong fae signals on Baxi.
Okay.
And one curiously strong undead signal, like these things should not be mingling with society undead. Yeah, you're all about to move into that next chamber. What you're looking at in here is a soft floor of ash, just plush, like your feet just kind of sink into it.
Cozy.
And the forward wall here is made of stone bricks, like they were, placed there by working hands. You can see pipes in the walls. They're only about 2 feet wide. So enough for very small people to crawl through, but normal folk, even Doran, it would be an impossible adventure for you.
Hey.
But there's a number of those pipes, all kind of stacked vertically on top of each other, roughly 15 feet apart, going all up this wall. And you can see a little bit into the next room through those pipes. But that's all you've got to work with here.
Which way, Oscar?
According to the maps, we got to go straight through here, but it looked like it was actually a hallway, not these pipes. Maybe, I don't know.
How old are these maps?
They're accurate.
Clearly not.
Okay, yeah, clearly not. Yeah, they're old. They're inherited maps. What do you want me to do about it? Come on.
I want to look into the pipes.
Yeah. There's a fairly large room ahead of you. It's filled with a ton of brass pipes. Every inch of the wall is covered with these things. It actually looks like a sort of meeting point of all the brass pipes in the next room.
And this is just brass pipe, end to end, room to room.
Yeah, if you were able to shrink down and walk through this pipe, you'd be perfectly in the next room.
How small would one have to be?
Poppy, you could actually crawl through these pipes.
I guess I could do it.
Do you want to check to see what's in the other room?
Yes, but I'm going to tie this rope around myself.
All right, yeah, we'll yank it back if anything happens.
Fair.
Yeah, I think everyone is just physically too big to fit through the pipes. So, Poppy, with a rope tied around your waist, you start crawling through this pipe. And it's not too far through, only about 15, 20 feet or so. But when you get to the other side, it's actually quite a drop. It's like 30 feet down.
And what's down there?
You can see a huge pile of ash that is spilling out of a doorway. directly below you. You can see pipes all around this room. But when you look back at where you came from, you can tell that your friends are actually standing on piled ash inside of a silo. And that if it were cleared out, they'd be able to walk out of that doorway below you.
Oh.
You're too high up.
Who are you talking to, Poppy?
All of you. Who else would I be talking to?
I don't know.
What do you want us to do about it?
I don't know. But you're very high up, and there should be a door down.
Like below us?
Yeah.
It's all ash?
It's all ash.
It's ash all the way
Everything
down.
is ash.
Oh, did anyone bring a shovel?
Excuse me, Oscar?
Yeah.
Do you know what happens when ash reaches capacity?
Well, usually, yeah, there's like a threshold. If it gets too high, then it'll just kind of automatically hit some of the air pressure, and then it kicks it all out the main gate.
Are we in danger?
I don't think so. I think it's got to get a lot more full than this.
Whew, okay.
Poppy, looking into that next room, you do see, much like ones that you've seen hanging from toilets before in civilized areas, you see a giant pull chain in the center of that room, about 20 feet off the ground.
Oh, giant flush. If I could just... Do you think that evacuates it all?
What?
Oh, sorry. It's like a big chain.
Oh, yeah. That would clear all the ash out. Do that.
Would it clear us out as well?
Well, yeah, but we would just go with, out there.
Okay, not like into the clouds.
Oh, no.
Great.
Okay, how do I reach it?
Yeah, how far away is it?
So it is in the, smack dab middle of the room, so about 30 feet from you, Poppy, and about 20 feet off the ground, really high up.
Oh.
And how big is it?
Like normal, like toilet chain
Okay.
size, yeah.
So a poppy-sized person could pull it.
Yes, yep.
Okay.
I'll see you down there.
I untie myself.
Okay.
and-
Guy pulls the rope back. She's gone.
I'm so sorry, Guy.
And then I cast fly
Okay,
on
nice.
myself.
Cool.
Thank you, new spell. Waste a 3rd level spell slot.
Yeah.
Poppy, where are you?
I'll see you later.
I don't know what she's doing.
I never suspected her. It was a long con the whole time. She's after the Bismite.
It really was about the Bismite after all.
Douche.
I think I was pretty transparent about that from
Yeah.
the beginning.
Yeah.
I pull the chain.
Okay. Everyone can hear this distant howl, like a waterfall at the end of a canyon. And then, Poppy, in this next room, you can see one of the pipes on that forward wall rotates, and it exposes an archway into the core chamber. You can see it clearly. It's right there. You can see small rivulets of glowing magma creeping across the stone out there, and warm air rushes in. There's a hyper-compressed moment of silence before the air comes rushing out of every direction, blasting at your back and threatening to send you tumbling into the core chamber. I need you to make a strength save, Poppy.
That's my worst one. I have a negative modifier for strength.
Remember, you have a
Inspo.
inspo.
Do I? You didn't give me a die.
It's literally right here.
Why is it in your quadrant?
Oh, this is my quadrant now, huh?
Yes.
Good to know. I'm glad I can be here.
God.
Well played.
I'm also still currently flying,
Yep.
so I don't know if that helps at all.
Helps you not fall.
Yeah.
Don't help you hold on.
Please. That's not going to help. That's a 5.
All right. Poppy gets tossed out with the bathwater. You are flushed into the core chamber, Poppy. That takes us back to the rest of the sufferers in the ash trap. Air is blowing through here at such an intense pressure that it's kicking it all up. I need everyone to make a constitution saving throw that's still in there.
Fantastic.
I'll use my bardic inspiration. 8 for Aaron.
Nope.
12.
Okay.
13?
Okay.
6.
Wow, every single one of you fails.
Yikes.
We all get cancer.
You are all blinded and coughing.
Okay.
To make matters worse, you feel something slithering against your leg
No.
that was disturbed when the air kicked on.
No.
It's probably fine.
You can feel this rapid, scaly movement against your leg, but in addition to that, you feel this heat, a boiling heat. Like, don't touch me, too hot heat.
Like, ooh, ouchie.
Yes.
Ooh, ouchie.
Ooh, ouchie.
I'm going to roll a 1d4.
To see how ooh, ouchie?
No,
Oh, no.
that would be Guy.
That's me.
Guy, that is a 17 to hit.
That's a miss, my friend.
That's a miss. You hear the squealing of metal as it's rapidly heating, and you feel something clamp around your calf, trying to crush you and trying to envenom you. In fact, you do feel this boiling venom being pushed into your boot as its fangs pierce your armor. It's not injecting it into your veins like it wants to. It's running it down the side of your leg.
Oh, dear.
You're still coughing and blinded and can't do anything about this, but you know there's biting cinder snakes in here with you.
Plural?
Snakes.
Again, Doran, the heat of this doesn't bother you one little bit. You seem to be kind of immune to the effects of uncomfortable heat.
I don't know.
He's a fire genasi.
I didn't even know that.
I thought you said fire engine Aussie.
He's a fire truck.
You're all subjected to this tornado of ash and wind that goes on for 30-some seconds as you feel yourselves also rapidly tumbling. You're sort of falling by the minute as the ash loosens beneath you and threatens to choke you out.
No.
Can I try to do anything about this snake, or is it too chaotic right now?
You can swing a sword or something in this little silo with all your friends right next to you. Go ahead.
I think I would just, like, grab it. And
Yeah.
pull it.
Okay. Want to make a grapple check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grab pull check.
Yes.
22.
Hey.
You take commanding control of the cinder snake immediately. You've held onto the hot rod before. This is nothing compared to that.
He's grappled a few snakes in his day.
Yeah.
There's a snake in my boot.
You've wrestled some hot snakes. You're fine. You all continue to ride this down. Guy, you're not at risk of getting bitten by the same snake again. You're holding this thing as you tumble downwards until all of you feel hard stone beneath you and the wind at your back kind of pushing you into this next room. All the same, you see Oscar in a moment of blinking, between, teary, gasping breaths. You see Oscar getting forced into the next room. As light as he is, he's tossed into the core chamber as well.
I was prestidigitation to try to splash the ash out of my eyes.
Okay.
Anyone else get bit?
Bit? By what?
This big snake I'm holding.
Why is it still alive?
Oh.
Yeah, you look around and you can all see 3 mostly black charcoal-looking snakes, but every now and again you can see this ripple of cinders go down its skin, much like it does on Oscar here.
Oof. I'm going to try to kill this one.
Okay. Yeah, you can see and stuff now. Go ahead.
How would I do this?
You come into their home?
I mean, I'd probably just try to throw it on the ground and step on it.
Okay.
But that's like a D4. You know what? I'm just going to do that.
Okay. Give you advantage for having just grappled and thrown this thing.
Okay. Is this another grapple? I rolled 2 13s.
Not another grapple. This is more of an attack. So that would be, you've thrown it.
20-ish.
Yeah, you've thrown it to the ground and have begun stomping on it. It's it's not exactly a challenge creature, so it's pretty much dead outright.
Yeah.
Stop.
Oscar kind of looks like it in a way.
There's a similar effect where these snakes and Oscar both occasionally send these ripples of cinders down their skin that looks like kind of the edge of burning paper almost.
Can I do an insight check on Oscar after Guy just killed the snake?
Yeah.
Oscar, king of snakes.
No, it was a trap.
So my roll is a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you don't think Oscar's a snake. Yeah. But as the other snakes have kind of cleared away after seeing the one get stomped to death, the air is still pushing, but not as hard. Oscar is definitely forced into the next chamber, but is calming down about it a little bit. You see Poppy has settled in the next chamber, kind of tumbling on her duff and now standing up and clearing herself off. She's okay, but she nearly landed in a pool of magma.
Yikes.
The rest of you can see clearly into the core chamber now, and you can see the colossal bismite beyond. This place is warm as hell, over 100 degrees easy. But, Doran, again, you don't give a shit. You can't feel it.
Is it a dry heat, though?
It's a dry heat, so it's not quite so bad.
It's not quite as bad. You know,
You
it's
see,
really
guys?
the
It's like
humidity.
we're in
that
humidity.
Arizona.
It's the humidity that gets you, really.
Yeah.
It's really the humidity of a place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, it's the humidity.
Yeah.
But you should make sure you drink plenty of water still.
Plenty of fluids.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wear your sunscreen.
You can all see the heart of Baxi. It is the largest bismite crystal that any of you have ever seen, full stop. You can see this deep blue near the center of the formation, but a lot of it is green and even a dull pink towards the edges. And that's true for much of this chamber. It's largely golden pink, casting it all in this romantic rosy light, but also indicating that it's near the end of its life cycle. Around the central spire that supports the heart of Baxi is this lazy river of magma, and you can see small pools and rivulets that dot the chamber at random all around. Poppy, you're standing and cleaning yourself off, but when you stand up, something falls out of you, and for a second you're like, oh, my brain. But no, it's just Pinch.
Oh, careful.
He turns around and looks up at you, and then he looks all around with these wide eyes.
Yeah, it's like one big oven, huh?
He points at the giant bismite.
That's bismite.
You see Pinch take a deep breath. And Pinch gets a little bit bigger. He runs over to a nearby cluster of bismite and he holds out his hands as if he's next to a campfire. And then he looks back at you and he looks back at the bismite, and then you see him get a little bigger by the moment. And you can see, it's hard to tell with the coloring of the light in here, but he's also starting to brown around the edges a little bit with all the heat. And before long, Poppy, he's bigger than you. He's twice your size. And his doughy body forms this doughy simulacrum of muscle. He's got little bread abs. And suddenly, Pinch is looking a little more Punch.
Mwah.
Who's that Pokemon?
He evolved.
Pinch is evolving.
He's looking
Can I
around
press B?
and from moment to moment, you can see little wisps of pink light float up towards Pinch as he breathes again and again.
What are you doing?
He just kind of gives you a little smile, and he points down at the bismite.
He's got a full set of teeth now.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Does he still have
Uncanny.
little clove eyes?
Yeah, he's still Pinch. He's still cute.
She's buff and cute.
Stop eating the bismite.
Kind of looks up at you like like why?
'Cause you're destroying it.
You all look up and see Oscar is puddle hopping. He's jumping over all the little pools of magma, trying to get to the core fragment here that's exposed, the heart of Baxi.
Poppy, who's the hunk?
This French loaf over here. That's Pinch. I don't know what he's doing.
Pinch starts doing like Mr. Universe flexes, where he's like got one arm above him and one underneath him, and he's just kind of flexing in like an S pattern, turns around and shows you his back muscles and his shoulders and flexes again.
I was so buff. You guys, I don't know where he learned how to do that.
He's eating the bismite?
That's what it seems like.
I did not teach him this technique.
I didn't either.
As they're looking at Pinch flexing, Aaron's gonna keep their eyes trained on Oscar as he's getting closer to the bismite. And Aaron kind of has like a bad feeling in the pit of their stomach about Oscar, and just trying to keep an eye on him because every time we get close to bismite with a stranger, something bad happens. So,
Fair.
That's a totally rational way to be right now.
yeah.
You watch Oscar jump over a couple little magma rivers and climb up that spire. There's a sort of column that looks like it fell over at some point, and it kind of gets him right up to that giant bismite crystal. He runs up the slanted column, and he holds out a hand towards the bismite. You can see in his hand he's got a Venus crystal. He sort of turns around to frame himself right in front of the crystal. And he looks at a loss for words, and you can tell the crystal's running, and he says, Mabel, You say your heart is down here, and it's tied to Baxi now. Well, I'm down here too. I'm right here with you. And I'm always gonna be. Doesn't matter how high you go. Doesn't matter where your life takes you. I'm right here with you, Mabel. Journey. Everyone else has been able to go on with things since they walked into this chamber, but you're still standing back by the arch. And that is so clear to you now. It's not what Doran was hearing. It's nothing to do with Doran. It has nothing to do with any of that. It was just a coincidence. Because what you're hearing, what you're feeling, is the same thing you felt on Lower. It's the heartbeat of Baxi. And it's not an empty noise. It's calling to you. Go seek. 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 And your own heartbeat syncs up with Baxi. And it's so encompassing now, you truly can't think of anything else. Even if Journey is unafraid in this moment, her heart is beating wildly and it all becomes clear. This is it. You've taken an unconscious step towards the heart of Baxi. What do you do from here?
I take another step and I reach my hands out with that same part of me that feels connected to the earth and to nature and to magic and all of those things that to me are the same.
You all feel a single pulse move through this room, and your attention is stolen towards Journey, away from the Bisbite and Oscar and the romantic gesture that's going on here. There's something so much bigger happening. The Fey buds that normally cling to Journey's hair have instead spread out into an intentional constellation that you can't make sense of, but there's a reason for it. And you can hear this melodic hum, a chorus of so many voices, this beautiful harmony. But just as soon as it starts, it stops. And the Fey buds tighten back into Journey's hair, and did it just get darker in here? Journey, something huge just moved into your field of view, and it's taking your brain a second to catch up with the size of it. The rest of you standing back saw it happen, but it made you no more prepared to act. That lazy river, the stream of magma, with one swift motion, the river begins to rise, up, and up, and it cools into a coil around the heart of Baxi, and you find yourself face to face with the great beast, the colossal snake, Sesk, the coil, guardian of Baxi. The island begins to shake, but not like Lore. You can see it in the snake's eyes. He's causing this. Oscar turns with his Venus crystal, clicks it off, and looks up at you, and he goes, "Okay, that's the end of the show. It's eruption time. Man, we've been made. All right. Yeah, we should just clear out of here as quick as we can." He looks at each of you. He looks at Poppy and darts to Doran, back to Journey, Aaron. You see this look of horror come over his face. He looks at himself and he goes, "Oh shit, you guys are like super flammable, aren't you? This whole place is gonna get real spicy. I did not think this through. I'm sorry."
What?
Well, it's been nice knowing you, and thank you for bringing us here to our death.
You see Oscar kind of like spin around and just take in this chamber. You can see it's not like an earthquake where rocks are falling, but you can see that there's magma spilling out of these cuts in open air. And the room is getting hotter and hotter and hotter by the second in Journey. The rumble is real. The heat is real. You will not survive this. Journey, you know that your party is shouting at you, but it's all kind of drowned out. There's a hidden voice coming from the great beast. And you're so close to being able to comprehend what it's saying that your ears are ignoring pretty much everything else that's coming to you.
Journey starts to feel the heat and takes a half step back, but still is kind of reaching out towards the snake.
Mm-hmm.
Magically reaches out and says, like, "I'm sorry. We didn't mean to disturb you. How can we help?"
from the rest of your positions, you're all much farther from this, or trying to be much farther as best you can. You see a heat ripple start to kind of rip out from these magma cuts. You know that if you stay here much longer, you're going to start to quite literally burn. Journey, it's up to you whether you can break away from this or not. You see the coil kind of narrow its eyes at you. It understood what you said.
I think in that moment, Journey makes a choice that dying here is not worth it.
Okay.
But still gives kind of one last look to the snake and still tries to have that connection be understood. Like, I see you and I'm not trying to hurt you, before turning away and running back to the group.
Okay. Yeah, you see it kind of poise itself. It starts to rise higher and higher, and it almost looks like a cobra ready to strike. But in that moment, you also see it hesitate. And then Doran's voice comes piercing through.
Journey, we gotta go now.
Yeah, I'm coming, I'm sorry.
Oscar, get us out of here, please.
Yeah, okay, I got an idea. Follow me, this way.
We follow?
Yeah,
Yes,
we all
please.
run.
Yeah, you are all kind of hopping off this like center island, jumping over little streams of magma that are starting to get more intense. One of you even slams your boot down into soft rock and starts to scrape it off of your heel as best you can. Journey, as you're following Oscar, you're one of the last ones through the pipe. He's led you all to a giant brass pipe along the wall that goes straight up. You're all crawling through. He's kind of ushering you one by one, and you take a look back at the coil, and it's still staring at you, the giant snake. And it narrows its eyes one more time, and you hear, "Child of Melis. Why?"
I promise I'm only here to help.
It begins to coil back around the center island, taking a restful position, and it utters to itself, "Friend of the Fae."
I nod and start to back up into the pipe.
Yeah. You're all packed into this 10-foot wide pipe now, kind of standing shoulder to shoulder, looking straight up, an infinite brass column that just goes straight up. You don't know what Oscar's plan was here. There's no ladder or anything.
Oscar, did you forget that we cannot float as well?
Yeah, I'm on it. I just, okay. I'm gonna give it a try. Here we go. You see Oscar's fingertips start to shed sparks, and you see this wave of cinders roll over his body again, and he starts to lift off the ground. He reaches down for Poppy's hand. He goes, "Come on, I think I can get you."
Go, Poppy.
I'll put I'll wrap a towel around my hand first.
You see his hand kind of cool down, actually, just his hand.
Okay.
So you can grab right there, and it's not too hot.
Okay. I grab on.
Yeah. He begins lifting you slowly into the air. He goes, "Come on, the rest of you, come on."
Guy?
Guy grabs Poppy's hands.
Okay. He stops dead in the air.
Yeah,
And
I should have seen that coming.
He just yanks on Guy and he goes, "Okay, all right, here we go." You see his skin just flare up, and he's kind of glowing from within, like all over. He goes, "Okay, we can do this." And Guy, you start to feel yourself pull off the ground just a little bit. At the same time, actually, there is no dex save. There's no saving from this.
Great.
So cruel.
Ooh, that's a full 6 fire damage to everybody in this room as the heat cranks.
Okay.
Still flammable?
To me as well.
No, sorry. Doran, you take 3 fire damage.
Okay.
Has it been 10 minutes since I cast fly?
No.
I'm still flying,
Perfect.
technically.
Poppy just remembers she's still flying.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going anywhere because this guy is attached to me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good, improvement upon the situation. Oscar suddenly sees you kind of float up next to him. He goes, "Hey, what gives?
Oh, yeah, I can fly.
You should be pulling me.
I'm not strong.
Can you get any of them?"
I can try. Aaron looks like the least heavy.
Aaron grabs onto Poppy's hand.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. Give me, let's do an Arcana check for that.
Oh, those are good. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, strength is -1.
No, it's your spell work.
Can I additionally cast enhance ability on Poppy?
Sure.
I don't know if this will apply, but
Yeah.
I'm going to give Poppy bull strength, which doubles her carrying capacity.
Interesting.
I don't know if that's going to help or not.
Bull's
but-
famous for carrying a lot
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah, I know it's a mixed roll, but let's just do advantage on the Arcana for that.
Without that, it was a dirty 20.
Okay, and
So.
with?
Same number.
Same exact way.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, dirty 20. Surprisingly, you are able to lift Aaron off the ground. It's not quick travel, but you're able to go. Guy, meanwhile, Oscar grabs your hand and is trying to lift you. When it's just you, he can get you off the ground a little bit, but you can see he is burning up. He is losing parts of himself.
Let's see. We don't have our mining equipment anymore, right?
No.
No, it all
Right,
got
confiscated.
confiscated.
I have web.
Oh, there you go. Just make a little sticky web on your handsies.
And then they'll all catch fire and explode.
Is that how
everywhere.
It is flammable.
It is
Oh,
flammable.
yeah, it is.
Oh,
So-
shoot. Maybe not.
I'm wondering if I can cast web so that we can climb up. It is difficult terrain, but it is climbable.
Yeah. Yes, that would work for a certain distance. You guys have well over 500 feet to go.
Boo, okay, maybe not.
Oscar, I am trying to lose weight here. I have this hot rod which emits fire magic.
We do not need more fire. What's wrong with you?
I just wondered if I shot you with a fireball, if it would, like, charge you up.
Yeah, probably it would, but then, that's kind of it, I think, for me.
And the rest of us.
True.
Guy, just toss it on your head. That'll save some weight. I can carry that.
Oh, good thinking.
Is that like 6 pounds or something?
Guy clamps down onto the hot rod with his teeth
Okay.
and then lifts his head off and drops it down.
Okay. Oscar looks down and he says, I'm sorry, he's dead.
Is anyone good at
No,
investigation?
it's fine. He does that. I'll yell up to Oscar and then try to catch Guy's head.
Make a dex ability check.
Oof, Guy, I'm sorry. 7.
Oh, does not catch it. Guy, you land face first in the ash.
Pick it up as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Just blow off the ash from his head.
Blowing into his mouth.
I didn't know this would be so weird. I don't know where to put this.
Maybe there's something around the tunnel. Maybe there's some switchboard like the controls for the other pipes.
Guy, when your head hits the ground, you see the little cutout in the pipe where you guys entered through, the one that normally takes in heat or expels ash. Pinch is standing in front of that opening, and since he's grown a little bit in mass, he's just stuck his butt in the opening, and you can hear flames rolling outside, and you can just see Pinch's face start to bubble.
Oh.
Oh no.
Pinch, my good man, are you okay?
He reaches out a hand to you, and his hand just suddenly inflates 2, 3, 10 times its
Oh
size.
no.
This is just like when I try to bake.
Pinch is slowly nodding to you as he's getting bigger and bigger, and he's almost pushing you out of the way, Guy. The rest of you, nobody can ignore this now. He's taking up most of the pipe.
Poppy, Aaron, this isn't going to get you far, but here. And I toss Aaron the lockstop dagger.
Okay.
You can at least get a little higher. You seem to be heating up a little faster than me.
I try to catch it, I guess. And-
Dex save. Yeah, we'll see if we
Dex
lose
save.
that in the pipe. Yeah.
okay. 16.
Yeah, you're good. You got it.
So basically what this does is if you press the button, it locks in place, so you can potentially use it to start to, like, pull yourself up at least a little ways up the pipe, just to get away from the heat.
Okay. I will try to do that and work our way up.
Okay.
We're flying.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Yeah, Aaron and Poppy are
Oh,
flying. currently.
shoot.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. Back up.
Yeah.
Doran, I don't need this stupid thing. And I throw it back at Doran.
Roll
The
dex to
dagger?
catch it.
I can't believe I threw it like 40 feet in the air.
You threw a dagger at Aaron from 40 feet away, and she caught it.
12.
You catch it, but just barely.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry. Journey. Same story. Here you go. And I tossed it over to Journey.
What am I supposed to do with this? I'm
Dex
on the
save.
ground.
Dex
Oh
save.
my god.
I should just pass it. I should just handed it to you.
Can you like jump and click
Yeah.
and then pull yourself up and
I
jump
mean,
and
if
click?
you got the muscle for it.
17?
Oh yeah, you got it.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
You gonna try to do that? The air climbing thing?
I mean, I'll try it, but you guys got to start looking for something. I'm not good with this technology. I don't understand this world, but all of y'all know how to do it. Can you look around for something?
I've never been in an ash pipe before today.
Aaron does an investigation check.
You've never been in an ash pipe?
Before today.
Huh.
I'm investigating.
Unless you count cleaning out the chimney on the shop.
Is Doran good at investigation?
That's a 8.
I think Doran's the only one on the ground right now, right?
You said Jordan!
Yeah, I did. Shoot.
Here, Gamison is made out of denim.
I think Aaron's a little too panicked to make a quality investigation right now.
I don't see anything, just a weird squishy marshmallow man.
Doran, put my head behind you. We can cover twice as much ground.
He's
You're right.
made out of sourdough.
And if we spin really fast, we'll catch all of it.
Sourdough man, geez, sorry.
All of you keep flying up, please. We'll figure this out. And I put a guy on the back of my head, and we start turning around looking to investigate.
This is a joint investigation.
Yeah. Let's have you both roll as like a pseudo advantage between the two of you.
Okay.
Got a 15.
I got a 19.
Ooh.
Nice.
I rolled a 19, which is an 18.
Okay. Guy, you learn that these walls are made of solid, thick, quite hot brass. They are completely smooth, 500 feet up.
Nothing to be gained.
You also notice during this investigation, you are now standing on Pinch, or everyone on the ground is standing on Pinch, and everyone above has a giant pinch pillow beneath them that is rapidly inflating.
Oh.
Oh,
He's overproving.
how much more do you think he can prove, Poppy?
We've never tried. I don't know. This is entirely new. I've never done this before.
Poppy, what makes the yeast? Poppy, what makes the bread rise? More yeast? Do you have anything?
It's heat. I think it's activating it. Do we want him to rise more?
I think we do.
I pull a jar of baking powder, I think is the... Yes, right? Can I double check that before
Powder
Yeah,
or
fact check.
soda?
Soda and powder
They're-
are like opposite.
they're the
They do the opposite thing.
But they're almost the same.
makes dough
Yeah.
rise, not yeast. Baking powder.
Okay.
Or leaveners come in two main forms. I'll toss down my jar of baking powder and my jar of baking soda
Perfect.
and say, sprinkle it on him.
Dex to catch.
I think I'm the only one down there, so.
Okay.
You're also holding a head.
Yeah, I am holding that.
Disadvantage.
Okay. All right, 7.
You don't catch it.
Okay.
They both shatter on Pinch.
That works.
You see.
What the hell, Poppy?
Looking down or standing on Doran, you see Pinch's face kind of in the center of this bubbling mass, and you see his eye just kind of expand, and his whole face just kind of blows up, and he just pizza bubbles up this pipe. And Doran, all of a sudden, he just knocks you on your ass, and you are being like lifted out of this thing by a rapidly expanding dough ball. The rest of you that are flying, before long, it catches up with you, and you're all suddenly being cannonballed out of this pipe by a bread ball.
Oh my god. I'm just holding the lock, stock, dagger, like
Do not
furiously
press it.
trying to unpress it. Yeah, clicking it.
I think we can call that one Shibata.
You see his face kind of warp and split over and over again in a bunch of like little bubbles that kind of blow up into a fisheye effect, and before long, that speck of daylight that was 500 feet above you is suddenly in clean view, and you can feel fresh air, and you are all jettisoned out of a pipe into an alleyway. You all take 5 bludgeoning damage.
Ow. Oh my god, it feels so good out here though.
Doran, we really need to work on your game of catch,
Yeah.
my son.
I think that's
My
my
son.
son. Yeah,
What?
out of all the lessons we could have gathered from that, I think that is probably the main takeaway for sure. We can practice with your head, and then I toss a guy his head back.
Okay. 18.
Oh, all right, you catch it. I was really hoping for a low row, and I could send it down the pipe.
Into the dough.
But the 6 of you have entered into a bright, clean day in the Uppers. You are in the good part of Baxi.
Was that worth it for you, Oscar?
He's kind of dusting the ash off of him. He's looking at some minor skin injuries from trying to lift people into the air. And he says, yeah, it was. Thanks.
Well, hopefully Mabel maybe appreciates it if she's even real.
Oh. He looks down at the crystal in his hand. She's real. She's really real.
Aaron just rolls her eyes.
Okay.
And I think that's where we'll end. Thanks, everybody, for listening. I've been Tim, your GM.
I'm Aaron playing Hannah. No, I'm
Whoop.
every time.
Keep it, leave
Keep it.
I'm Tara, and I play Journey.
I'm Thomas. I am Guy.
I'm John. I play Dorn.
I'm Maggie, and I am Poppy.
Thanks, everybody, for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yay.